Happy Tuesday, y'all. Thanks for tuning back into episode 2 of our Sports Betting for Dummies series. David Chan, yes, we were running a little bit behind. Tony Finn, as usual, was just causing a little bit of chaos there. But we are here. We're talking today with Tony Finn and Ski Profit. Tony, 2019's #1 handicapper, up over 250 units. Tony, I missed you, my friend.
I'm right back at you. Ditto. I miss a lot of things we probably are never going to have again, but that's a whole nother show, isn't it? So
it is. It is a whole other. You are a whole other show.
I wish. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Missy. Thank you.
You are.
Tell people that, will you?
Tony, Ralph was just showing off in the last show his 5th of tequila. What do you got in your cup?
Well, what I did was I've been buying stuff really cheap, taking advantage of the COVID-19.
Tequila cheap now that there's a pandemic?
Well, the margarita machine was cheap. And so I said, well, we can try this, right? We can try this, right? And damn, it works. And the beautiful thing about that is I wake up in the morning, I flip the margarita machine on, and in about 20 minutes, I got frozen.
Frickin' margaritas.
Well, it's frozen happiness.
You got something. John, we don't know why my head is so big. It's not zooming. My head is, we don't know. Can't figure it out. We gave up.
What's wrong? Your head's what? Your head's fine.
Why is Missy's head so big?
Oh, why is Ski's head so big? Well, that's a whole other show, too.
Tony. Yeah, I have the big.
Huh?
The funny thing is, I think Johnny might have the biggest head here, and he's not even.
Hey, the producer is talking in our ears.
All right.
Did you hear that?
It is backed up. I can't. Okay, you guys, look.
Oh no. Beautiful.
Next, I came to the office because I thought it would be easier. Next week, I'm staying at home again.
I'll come to you. Get me out of this damn house.
All right, are you guys happy?
Crossfire.
Am I good?
You're beautiful, Missy. You're beautiful.
I'm staying right here. Staying here. All right, Tony, to that. You know what, guys? Ski.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
I got it.
Where's Skis?
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Okay. You got to do it over. You have to do it over your mic like this. Oh, now.
All right.
Okay, I'm good for another 2 minutes now.
Okay. So, Ski, I gotta be honest. Every time I see a news clip of the strip and it's empty, I think of you, like this poor. Oh my gosh, this young, good-looking single guy. We send him out to live in Vegas, and then bam, apocalypse.
I know, it's all good. I'm still enjoying myself.
You were running hot.
What is Ski doing?
You want to know? I always find something. So there's no NBA or no sports I usually cap. I've been learning how to play poker, learning how to cap horses, and we'll see. I don't if it goes too long, I might learn how to do this Korean baseball.
Well, I saw yesterday, I think you were picking up some ponies. How's that going?
It was going well.
Sounds like it.
I've been learning from a few of my guys I've been rocking with for some years, and maybe beginner's luck or something, but I was doing pretty well.
Are you handicapping this yourself?
Yeah, I literally sat there the day. I had a friend the day before, so he kind of inspired me to cap the horses, and I capped them, and I did well the next day.
Have you ever been to a horse race?
Santa Anita, Los Alamitos,
Gulfstream. Then good. It's all good. Then I'm gonna have to throw my hands in the air and surrender to the devil if you've never been to a damn horse race and you're winning the horses, because I started back in '78 in Phoenix, a small track, Turf Paradise, and the Greyhounds track. So that's listen, it's tough. They put those monkeys on the back of the dogs. You can't trust those effing monkeys. Okay, that's
all right, guys. So we're going to talk NBA today. We're going to talk betting NBA. Last week it was soccer. We're going to talk some NBA basics. For those who are just tuning in for the first time, the premise of the show was really to help the novice recreational first time bettor, just getting your feet wet, wanting to know, how you go about even starting. How do you get started? So today we're going to talk about NBA. Elephant in the room, obviously. So I was looking at bringing back, opening up some of the workout. 8th, and then some news of them restarting the season. June, the second week of June, and then maybe starting the next season, the 2020 Christmas Day. What are your thoughts? Think it's going to happen?
Go Ski.
I do think that they're going to postpone. I think both are going to happen. The reason I think that they're going to restart the season is because the most important thing for the NBA is to have a champion every single year, and obviously they're going to lose money. And if they start in December, they have to compete so much. Win-win.
Let's get it started. Agreed. Tony, what do you think?
I don't have a lot of thoughts. Listen, I've talked to 20 people. I have a lot of thoughts, but none of them are responsible. I've talked to 20 people about this that I consider responsible and knowledgeable, and I get 10 different answers. Or I get 10 answers one way, 10 answers the other way. I'm going to unplug this. I apologize.
That's Tony's sources.
Shut up. I never have that plugged in, but it's COVID. And I hope Ski's correct. I hope his belief is the reality, and that will happen. It will make me. It would definitely ease my. It would make my pain much less than it is right now. I'm one of those that I'm not convinced that let's jump ahead just a tad, okay? I'm not convinced that college football is going to happen. I do not see college football played.
I'm going to stop you there.
All right.
Don't put that out. No,
I mean, it's okay. Listen, I'm wrong 9 times before noon. So hold on. Oh shit, it's 12:11. I could be right.
No football.
But now I'm using. Okay, let's say I don't know if they're gonna have any sports until we have medicine, some form of medical relief from what's going on right now, or a vaccine. I think we all know that a vaccine in 1 year is, I think, I hope tomorrow for something, it starts raining vaccine. I don't know. Let's get back to work.
I think we just quarantine all the players for 2 weeks.
I like it.
Make sure it's fine. No fans.
I like it.
Get everybody back into the stadiums.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few basketball players might like that too. There will be no reason to riot, bum rush the crowd when they're pissed at some fan, and we won't have that entertainment. I'm saying I'd like to see that. I like the idea that you're going to host the rest of the NBA season here in Vegas. Quarantine them, host it here, no crowds. Let's finish the season.
Carmine says you're wrong, Tony.
Who says that? Who says I'm wrong?
Harm says you're wrong.
Well, and guess what? I hope I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm right more than I'm wrong. That's the problem.
Okay. Abel, love you. Grilled tequila, lime, shrimp tacos for today.
Oh shit!
Tacos and tequila.
Oh
yes.
Shit!
Yes.
I'm always down for tacos and tequila.
Tacos and tequila.
Oh, you can have all the tacos.
In my cup.
I will trade you my tacos for the tequila.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ugh.
And I will say, since this quarantine, I think I have my tolerance up a little bit more on this alcohol.
I have some friends here in Vegas who are going to have to go to rehab after the son of a bitch is COVID's over.
My kids taught me how to.
Their
My
THC
kids
content.
taught me how to run the beer pong table last weekend. My kids are grown, so it's all good. But
They're grown.
Yeah, they're grown.
All mine are grown too.
They're grown.
We both said, how they doing? Good.
They're good.
Yes,
they're good.
we both
stuck
said
with me.
perfect examples of what not to do. Our kids are perfect.
So talking about family, Tony, Ski, if you ever get married one day, Tony gave me the best marriage advice ever one day. Whatever the context of our conversation was, God can only imagine. But he said, what did you say, Tony? Key to being married. Happy for those so long is rolling over and saying every morning, looking at my wife, and I quote, "Yes. Good morning, my bitch."
Good morning. Good morning.
Tony's crazy.
Good morning, my bitch. It's a good day. I get another chance to piss you off and fuck something up, and I do both really well. And it's on. And it's on. And before noon, well, hell, I've already pissed her off. She hadn't even awake yet. So it works.
We have that in common.
I don't know if I can get away with it.
I piss my husband off while he's still sleeping.
Huh?
I piss my husband off while he's still sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she pisses me off, too, when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Hey, Tony.
But I'm not going to tell you how, because I think she's listening right now. She's probably in the other room. She's probably loading the gun right now. What's
Tony, he's got something to tell you.
Oh, I'm listening, Ski. I'm sure you're wrong, but go ahead.
I don't know if I can get away with it like you, man. I don't know how you do that.
With that good morning, you can't get away with that good morning.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. It's not going to fly over here for me.
I'm bigger than my wife.
Oh.
And I'm meaner. And she's much more forgiving than me. She doesn't hold a grudge. If she held a grudge,
more in common. I'm meaner. I'm not bigger. I'm meaner.
Meaner.
Yeah, meaner. All right, let's get into this betting stuff, guys. First, kind of like we did last week with soccer, let's talk about some basic options, which I think NBA, football, anything's got to be simpler than soccer, right? It seems very complex to me. So, some basic basketball betting options against the spread, which would be the same as the favorite or the underdog, right? So, odds makers first have to determine who's the favorite. They release the lines. And that's based on power ratings, which we won't get into because this is a sports betting for dummies show. So a favorite, let's say, might be, what was that, Tony?
College football show?
Is that a college football show?
College football show?
No.
Okay, no, basketball.
You got to let Tony do his own thing, Missy. You just got to keep going.
He does. This is what he does.
Just ignore me.
This is why I don't take his calls. He's like, why don't you answer my call? Why don't you answer me when I call? This is why. I don't know what the fuck this is about.
I have another woman who doesn't answer my calls either.
All right, so listen. So you guys, betting against the spread, favorite versus underdog, right? So when you see a -7 to +7. Tony, I forgot my whistle, but I brought my time clock.
It's a
peach.
Okay.
-7 being the favorite, right? +7 would be the underdog. Correct? So explain this. So I want to place my bet against the spread. Break this down for me. Ski, go, because Tony will take too long. Half-hour show.
So pretty much like you said with the power ratings, how I like to look at it. I mean, when I pick the underdog, I like to know that I think that team can win. So you're getting extra points, and it's kind of just like a backup for me when I'm taking those underdogs. Like I think they're going to come out with the victory, so I'll take the plus points. And then when you're doing it the other way, you're expecting them to win by margin. You just kind of have to know the difference of talent between the teams and situation of the game, and that's how you make that wager.
All right, Tony, what are your thoughts? Give me some explanation here. Break it down.
Well, first and foremost, there's a lot of ways to look at this, but what Ski just outlined is correct. I mean, the handicap is nothing more than a leveler. In truth, it isn't even that. In truth, it is what the odds makers believe the median is, where they can, hypothetically, ideally, in a perfect world, get equal amounts of money on both sides. They get their 5%, and the world's back on its axis. Everybody's happy. There's winners, there's losers. But the book always wins in that perfect situation. I would say to beginners, if you can, and you're going to throw darts, and what I mean by it, if you're going to just start betting without any base knowledge, power rankings as you just outlined, then play the dog, because Unders,
So you
you're a
both,
winner before the game starts.
you both suggest playing the dog.
I do. Yes.
Yeah, when I look at the card, I look at the dog first.
Now that doesn't mean Ski doesn't play favorites, or I don't play favorites because we do. But I like being a winner before they even enter the center circle.
So now, okay, so explain to the new bettor, what does that mean? So if the underdog is +7, what does that mean? What do they have to win? What do they have to win by? What do they have to lose by? What does that mean?
You just added score. So whatever the final score is, you would add +7 to that team that you chose. So pretty much they can't lose by more than 7 points for you to win your wager.
Okay, so leads me into my next question. I'm using -7 +7 as an example. You probably want to look for a line that's ±7.5, right? To avoid a push.
I'll take a push over a loss, but yeah, if you're gonna search out the best. That's another good point, Missy, and that is have options as a investor. Have their books are not all going to have the same handicap, and if you're going to play the dog, you want the biggest number, and if you're going to play the favorite, you want the smallest number, obviously.
So why would you want a loss over a push, or a push over a loss?
Why would I? Because my banker likes it, my debtors, my creditors like it. Everybody who I owe money to likes the fact that I didn't lose money, and whatever I pushed in on the investment, at least I'm getting that back as opposed
you didn't
to losing.
You bet the money, you didn't lose the money they pushed. Did you
Right.
get it back?
Yes, get every dime of it back, unless you're with the Tony Finn book, and all pushes are losers.
And you guys made a good point. You want to get the best of the number. And just like Tony said, and I hear Teddy say it all the time, I probably will almost quote Teddy when I'm saying this, but he says, like, the more outs you have, the better. Just like Tony said, if you have 2 outs, get 3. If you have 3, get 4, because that's how you get the best of the number.
And just to interrupt, over the course of a year, and let's say 1,000 investments, or not even that much, let's say 700, less than 2 a day, it matters a lot.
Adds up, right?
It matters. A half point matters.
Yeah. So last NBA season, we had a little friendly competition here in the office amongst just 3 of us, and I'm not really sure why, other than the fact that it just made me nervous, and I don't know that there's any real, holds any weight, but I don't like betting double-digit spreads. So
I like taking them.
If a team was favored by more than 9, I was like, nope, not betting on that team. Was that just me being me, or what do you think?
Ski, we all have our idiosyncrasies. We all have certain things that, be it superstition, call it what you want to call it. But we all have these little things in our life, whether it be gambling or whether it be driving or whether it be anything at all. So that's not bad. I don't like that. I don't like laying a wood either, young lady. I like taking it, but in most cases.
Something else we got in common,
Wow.
Tony.
What? what did I say?
That one, Tony.
Cheers to that.
What did I do? Because I need to do it again.
How does he not? He doesn't even know what he does.
I don't. Cheers. Over this. Oh, you guys suck.
He doesn't know what he does right. He doesn't know what he does wrong. Lord Almighty. All right, so let's go on to the next basic betting option in NBA. Betting on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
So you're betting basically just the overall winner. Team A, Team B, this is who you think is going to win, right? So you go up to the window. The Bulls are minus 120.
Mm-hmm.
Celtics are plus 120. Celtics are the underdogs. So it basically means that if you want the Bulls to win, you're going to lay 120 to win 100. You're going to give them $120 to then win $100. The Celtics, you're going to give them 100 to win 120.
No.
Right?
No, probably 110. Depends on whether you have a 10-cent line, 5-cent line, 20.
I'm just using basic numbers.
Okay, yeah, it would
right?
a minus 120 plus 110. Let's call it that. So if you're playing the dog in that situation, you're gonna probably lay $1 to win, or win 11 cents.
Okay. All right. So That's money line is basically that. You're just kind of picking the winner.
Yeah. Yes.
Kind of it's a pick 'em for if you're against the spread kind of thing.
It's not
Kind of the
always
same
that easy though, but
not
yeah,
that
they're
easy,
just
but
picking
it's
the
kind of
winner.
the same theory.
And you got to look at those odds too. I mean, minus 120 is good odds because I mean, normal bet is minus 110. You're not really going too far off. I don't really like to bet more than minus 130 is kind of probably my limit. The more bet you have to win to be profitable.
Is minus 130 your limit in NBA or across most sports?
Bartender.
Yeah.
Bartender.
Across the board.
Across the board?
Yep.
Scotty Brown just asked, should you use the zigzag theory blindly in playoffs?
I don't. I cap every game individually. Every situation is different. Every situation is not the same, and every team is not the same. So,
Scotty, it's actually a good question. If you check out our Twitter page, I believe we just posted up a video in our sports betting tips or sports betting 101 about the zigzag theory. So check it out. All right. So third betting option, NBA, betting the total. Total being the over-under. Combined score is estimated to be 230. You bet the under. It's 225. You win. That simple?
Tony,
Elaborate.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to either one of you. Whoever wants to listen to me at this point.
Well, you guys don't want to listen to me. I start talking, you interrupt me. Could you repeat that?
Oh.
Go ahead, Ski. Then I'll follow you.
Tony,
yeah, total is that
betting
simple.
the total,
I know. I'm kidding you.
which I love. In NBA, I love betting the total.
Why?
I would rather bet the total than against the spread.
Why?
My jam. I think it's just easier.
There you go. You answer
It's
one of your
just And I think it's because I think it's easier to do, especially even in football. It's easier to do. It's easier to research. It's easier to logically.
What if I told you this? What if my theory? People who play. Let me. And I know this is. Some people are going to consider this harsh, and I'm probably not going to sleep tonight because of this.
I'm sure you will.
Not. People who play mostly totals. Listen, you'll see. I know a lot of people who play. I have a lot of friends who are pseudo touts. They are the best handicappers in the world. Just ask them. And they play totals, a lot of totals, because guess what? They are not confident in their ability to pick a spread. Totals are, to some, if you're going to look at something, there's a lot of advantage to totals. In baseball, one pitcher can be fantastic, one can still be bad, and you can still win an under. And money lines are critical to understand money lines because of baseball, unless you're playing nothing but run lines or alternative lines. So when you say totals, I know a lot of people, Missy, who play a lot of totals because they're not confident. Really, and I know them. They're not confident in their ability to pick a number, a team, and do and basically throw the variables together. Who's gonna win and how much they're gonna win by. And
that's what I've said that too. Thinking like, if I'm gonna bet something and I've got three options against the spread, the money line, and a total, I'm going total because that's like. I'm not gonna say a no-brainer, but I mean, if I had to pick, that's gonna be like, the 101 of betting. Like, okay.
I do think total is the easiest, and I disagree with Tony.
What a shocker!
We all do.
Right, but I bet a lot of totals in NBA, and I had pretty good success with it. And it's not because I'm not confident in betting the spread. I'll bet the spread.
Maybe it's
I bet you're strong right now, Tony.
Maybe you're just not good at it. You might be confident, but you might be good at it.
But
so
yeah,
you guys,
in general,
let's talk about our friendly competition that we had in the office last year. And I, honest to God, don't remember who Melissa, our other, customer service manager.
Too many edibles.
Johnny's had too many edibles.
That's too many edibles.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Go ahead.
No. Tony, if I'm a horrible drug taker. I wish I knew how to take drugs. If there's a class, let me know. I'm going to sign up. I'm
Tony
so bad.
teaches it.
I take you to the top.
Just
I'm going to take you to the top of the black Breckenridge, the black slope. I'm going to push you, and by the time you get to the bottom, you'll learn how to ski and you'll learn how to take drugs.
True story about the one and only time I took an edible, because I do, ironically, it's weird. I have a very high tolerance for things, for pain medication and stuff. So my husband said, my husband and my daughter, who, like I said, again, are grown. My husband got an edible from a friend of ours, and he took it and like kind of hid it in our dresser drawer, saving it for a special occasion. I don't know. But one night we're sitting out on the deck, and my daughter was like, Dad, let's give Mom the edible. Come on, let's do it. Let's give Mom. I'm like, it's fine. I'll take it. Because they know
I like that game.
I'm not good at. I don't take drugs at all, any kind.
Well.
So they bring it out, and I'm like, all right, you guys. But for whatever reason, again, I do have a high tolerance. So my husband's like,
that makes no sense. But go ahead.
It doesn't. It makes no. It doesn't.
No,
make
no
effort.
effort.
My husband's like, babe, take this much, just this much. So I did. And he's like, now wait, like 15, 20, 30 minutes. Not only, like, I have a high tolerance, I can't take drugs, but I'm also Irish Italian. I'm bossy, I'm mean, I'm impatient. I'm like,
I don't know any Irish. I don't know.
I grabbed it and I go, I'm just taking the rest of it. And I swear to you, it was like the Matrix. My husband came across the table and my daughter, and they were like, don't do it.
I'm freaking out right now. Don't do that. I'm freaking. It's the slow motion. Stop.
I did. So like 5 minutes later, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I don't have any legs right now, so I should probably get in the house before I lose them all. I hightail it in the house. I'm laying in my bed. I'm looking, shining. Suddenly, my husband is a serial killer. Jack Nicholson is like.
Did you see the twins?
I did. I'm not kidding you. It was horrible. I'm like, never again. I'm never doing this again. So, anyways, long story short, I can't take edibles. I just can't do it.
Well, it's funny, and I hate to be the guy to say, have a 5-minute story, so I'll cut it down to about 30 seconds. But a couple nights ago, we were on the patio, my wife and I and friends, and it was the end of the night. It was like 1. It was 1 o'clock. It's early for us, really. And she says, "Can you help me clean up the kitchen? Let's go to bed." I said, "Okay." So I got in the kitchen. She said, "I'll take care of this as you take care of the back counter and clean everything up." Well, about 5 minutes later, she turned around, and I turned around and I said, "I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm stoned out of my friggin' mind. I am ripped. Okay, I'm ripped. And I hadn't drank very much." And and I have like cake all over my face. I said, "You gave me the good job. Look." And I'm eating the cake. But then I remembered they slipped me a cookie. It was an edible. It was like a time-released friggin' edible, and I'm ripped. And it's 3 hours, 2 hours later. It's good.
No, I can't do it.
You can do it.
So back to the story of the our competition, our championship game. So it was the Bulls. I don't remember who the Bulls were playing in the championship game, but it was me and Melissa. Jeff, who was our video guy, had finally like ducked out. He was like, "I'm done." Like it was like probably 4 or 5 weeks in, he had lost so badly to me and Melissa that he was like, "I'm not even gonna. I can't even." He had no chance of winning, so he threw up the white flag, ducked out. So the championship game comes, and it's me and Melissa, and it's the Bulls, and this is why I would be a horrible like professional sports bettor, because remembering details is not my thing. We're at the bar. There was like 20 of us at the bar, and we're watching the game, which was black box. So we were all sitting. We found it on our phones. We're watching it on the phone. This freaking game goes into like quadruple, triple, dribble overtime. It was insane.
What was that again? What kind of overtime?
Triple, overtime.
Oh, I remember that. Go ahead.
It was nuts. So, longer story short, Melissa won. I lost.
You just made the story like 7 words longer when you say that. But go ahead.
Triple story. Well, Melissa won.
Oh shit! There's the producer again.
I thought you were watching TV, Prez. All right. Okay. Anyway, so on to the last point.
Missy, I can't stop playing Oculus. I was just killing zombies for the last 25 minutes.
That game, just the name of that game is, I think it should be R-rated. What was the name?
Well, that's not the name of the game.
And the name is called Drop Dead. And people can hear me now. I cannot stop. I played till 4 in the morning last night. I killed me a lot of zombies.
Well, thank you for that.
But I played till 4 in the morning last night.
We don't want to hear it's a G-rated show.
No.
See, Rick,
no,
now that's how you
right.
slip a
Because
joke
I'm
in.
hosting the show, not you. So we can say it.
Ocpusculus, something like. What was the name of that game? What's the name of that
Oculus.
I was playing Scrabble under the covers. Lauren, Prez, can we get back to my show now?
Way to go, Missy. It's all yours.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Well, I told you I would text you 5 minutes before the show was done, and I haven't texted you yet.
Well,
Tony texted me. Tony was like, "Save me, save me."
Bartender left, and I'm out of
Tony
tequila
was like, "Baker,
almost.
shut up." Tony, I'm not answering your calls anymore. Even less than I did before.
And? So what change would that be?
All right, you guys, listen. This is serious. This is serious. Oh, God, John just peed himself laughing because when I say this is serious.
All
right.
Then he knows that he better never go ahead.
So, the real serious question. I need you guys to address this with our customers and our viewers. I would get a lot of questions from our loyal customers, loyal viewers saying, well, Tony put out this play. How much should I bet on it? I don't know. Like, what do I do?
Well, if Tony put it out, bet everything. But go ahead.
So, if Tony put it out, don't listen to anything he said. Google it.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Yeah,
so,
hedge.
They're like, well, how much do I bet? I don't know how much to bet. I don't know how much to bet. Bankroll management. If you didn't hear me the first time, I said bankroll management. You guys, what does bankroll management mean? Please tell everybody. Don't bet your mortgage. Don't bet your bankroll management.
Second one was
Now your kids, but
now it's kids.
maybe your husband. I don't.
Anyway,
Now your kids though.
not the kids.
Not the kids, but
Bankroll management.
The wife. That's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, if I was my husband and I had to make a decision, bet me, lose the farm, I'd bet me.
I bet my wife.
Yeah.
If I'm my farm, my life, my wife, I'd probably be my wife. Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't have any.
I love you, honey.
Yeah,
All right, so no,
okay,
seriously, Hakeem, bankroll management.
Yeah, that's the most important thing out of anything we talked about today. Because if you can't manage your bankroll, if you're betting too much certain times, you're not gonna win at all. It doesn't matter. You have to, number one thing,
and you guys, we don't
break it down to percentage. Go, Missy.
We don't. Maybe it's the mom and me. I don't know, but customer service gets a lot of emails from people saying, we lost, we did this, we did that, and you guys don't care. Nobody cares. We do care. And this is why we do these kinds of videos. This is why we preach bankroll management. I had a customer who emailed and said, my wife won't talk to me anymore. I cut him off. Your account has been suspended because we need to teach you, like, this isn't about just, you don't just say,
I'd like to talk to that guy. I'd like to talk to that guy because I want to know what the hell I have to do so my wife doesn't talk to me.
Such an asshole. But you guys, we really do care about you. We care that you're doing the right things. Like, this should be fun. This should be a hobby. This shouldn't be you not having potentially a home to live in tomorrow. So bankroll management. Manage your money. Bet the money you have to lose, not the money you don't. Don't bet your mortgage payment. So if I have if I have $1,000, I throw $1,000 to the side and you throw out a 5% play. I've got $1,000 to work with. What should I bet?
I mean, people are not gonna like my answer. But
$50.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna bet percent of whatever that bankroll is. I'm not gonna up it or do anything different. I'm literally gonna take it just like that. I had a guy who I learned a lot from coming up. He said, "You want to think about your bankroll, or you want to think about the percentage of like milk. You don't want milk with too much fat, so you want to have like a small percentage, like how our thing is done. You don't want to bet the entire bankroll or bet too much of your bankroll to where you could be out very soon and not have a chance to bounce back." And one thing I want to say really quick, I hope nobody thinks that I don't care whenever I lose, because I am pissed off whenever I lose a bet.
Well, and that's, what, this is the thing. So, like, me being the direct customer service, we talk to the customers. We build a relationship with your customers that, that buy, plays, and pick. And I will tell you, one of the most frustrating things, this is an inside view, you guys, one of the most frustrating things and the thing that'll get my blood boiling is when somebody emails in and says, Ski, I'm just using you as an example. Not that this has ever happened, but Ski doesn't care. I lost 5 in a row. I did this, I did that. Like, I don't have any more money left. Ski does care. We care. And that's why we are different from.
If you don't have money left, then you haven't handled your bankroll properly.
Yes. Then that's
you never run out of money. We never have to reload. Ever.
Yes. We can't.
Never.
I can't tell you what to do with your bankroll management. So, again, I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but I just cannot stress enough. Like, and I'm not a bettor or handicapper, how important bankroll management is. That is the key to everything and anything. I don't think you should even start with basics. Don't even learn what basic betting is until you've built a bankroll that you can afford to lose. Fair?
Or win.
Or win. Right. But worst case, you can afford to lose.
Yeah. Ski, here's the deal. We have 3 levels of, in truth, 4 levels of play. 2%, 3%, 4%, and 5%. 2%ers are not sold. They are for all access or season-long clients or year-long clients. And for me, if I put a 3, which is really, if you'll find most every one of my plays are 4% plays. Almost, I'm going to guess 80%, okay? Because 2 reasons. One, I'm not throwing, I throw caution to the wind in my life and have for 60 years. And I know you guys are all looking at me and saying, you can't be 60. You look like you're 18. I know, but I'm 60. And I've had a few tussles, fights with my conscience, and here's my point. If I give you a 3% and I give you a 4% and a 5%, me personally, it's nothing more than a level of confidence I have in the play, and it may have everything to do with the money, with the spread. It may have everything to do with the spread, where that value, the spread has 5% value as opposed to 3%. But every play I ever make, every play, whether it's a game of the month, a game of the week, game of the day, we don't do games of the year, but if that's the case, I play the same amount of money. I was taught 100 years ago that you win them like you lost them. And people who say, hold it, I lost 4 in a row, I can't possibly lose 5 in a row. I bet
Tony?
you can. I bet you can lose 5 in a row. So every play for me in my world, in my bankroll, every play is the same. Now, I use 4% of my bankroll. So if I say, if I like to play 20%, I'm not going to bet 20%. I play that percentage every single time. So if that helps anybody, everyone likes to get excited. I get their blood, their heart pumping. I got more on this than I've ever played in my entire life. You know what I mean? Time clock. That's a 10.1 100-meter yard dash. That's a world record.
Bankroll management went into a 30-minute synopsis of Tony.
Well, yeah. You see, I just saved a bunch of people money because they couldn't go on bet soccer. They were too busy
listening to you to bet anything.
They missed soccer kickoff, so they saved money.
Can I answer a question from the chat?
You want to write me a check? Did you say? What'd you say?
I just had a question too, but Hakeem, go.
Lottery Guru, do you guys like betting the money line? If yes, how many? How do you guys go about it with the parlays? Like I said, I will only bet a money line if it's under 130. And as far as parlays go, if you're gonna do parlays, are the best way to go about it. But in general, more than money line. Only time I look at money line is under minus 130.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay,
Let me ask you a question, Missy. Both of you. Okay. Chiefs are playing. World champions are playing the Cincinnati Bengals, and the money line is minus.
It's an NBA show.
Okay. Damn, I'm sorry. The Lakers with Magic and Kareem are playing Boston with I don't like them. With Boston with no one. They got all 5 stars are injured, and the money line is minus 220. Are you going to take the plus 200? Who?
I'm not playing. I'm playing the spread or I'm passing.
We're not talking about Hakeem. I said Hakeem. Hakeem Elijah. Oh, no. Hakeem. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, somebody. Can you answer? Why are you distracting me like that? Woman? I'm asking. Well, my point is this: money lines are all about value as well, and he's saying he doesn't lay more than minus 130. Guess what? I bet you I'll put a money.
220.
Yeah, I bet you I'll put a money line on minus 220 on a game, and this guy he'll jump out of the penthouse at the Bellagio to get the bet in. That's what I'm betting.
Would you jump out of the penthouse? He's like, I would never jump out of the penthouse.
Oh, he would.
I am an attractive black man living in Vegas.
I don't do edibles anymore.
I thought did she just call herself an attractive black man?
I call Hakeem an attractive black man.
Hakeem, Elijah one? Hakeem?
This is why I love Missy. Tony, I don't know about you so much.
Okay. I don't know what he's talking about. We never do.
He knew exactly what I'm talking about.
Moral of the story: Ski's never jumping out of the penthouse.
Oh, I think he will. He get held with some bad THC. He'll jump out of that penthouse. Cheers.
I'm gonna be a party pooper because
what?
All I got is water.
I run out.
Yeah.
All right, so listen. So we've decided how we can bet, right? The kind of bets we can place, what they mean, how much we should bet. Now what do we do?
No,
Where do
we have not decided. We have not decided. We have not decided that.
What?
No, the producer is invisible.
All right, so Tony, you guys, where do we go? Currently, it's legal in 21 states. Colorado just legalized college or betting on the 1st. So some states you can bet at online. Some you have to do brick and mortar. So where do we go now that we know what we want to bet? Where do we go?
Cheetahs, they're doing replays of the NFL season, and we know the winners. We get to bet on them.
Ski.
Where
do I go?
I mean, like you said, if it's legal, you can go to the casino, or you can find you one of those books, or if it's not legal, you can go offshore. So there's plenty of options for you out there. And as we said earlier, more outs the better, so you get the best of the number.
Yeah. At this point in time, guys, you can. We have this video is going to be archived, Missy, and 2 years from now, they're going to say these guys couldn't figure out where to make a bet. It's becoming fairly easy to make an investment or a wager, whatever you want to label it. So where do you go? You go to Vegas. You go to Atlantic City. You have states that are taking bets on sports, or, as Ski said, you pick an offshore and take your chances.
Or you live in Detroit like Johnny and I do.
Yep.
Just opened the sports book just opened wide up for us to come in and start betting sports on the 11th of March. What happens March 12th? The whole fucking world shuts down.
Go to Windsor, rent an apartment, and you can play in any Canadian book you want.
I think John's been kicked out of Windsor. I don't know if he's allowed there.
Really? Kidding. The tunnel? They stop him in the middle of the tunnel.
No,
I'm sorry, Mr. Detroit. Turn your ass around. Go back to the motorcycle.
All right, so let's wrap this up so I stop getting yelled at by Prez and Johnny. You guys, we're going to do this once a week, probably until, things come back. Hopefully,
really?
Maybe we'll see.
Am I invited?
I have to see Tony once a week. Oh.
We'll see.
I'm driving over. I'm going to Ski's house, and I'm going to put like a bunch of empty bottles laid out in his yard, and put a yellow police rope around the house and shit like that.
I feel like if you and Ski hung out in Vegas, it would be like that time.
We would be like Johnny. We would be blackballed from most places.
It would be like that time that Dennis Rodman promised the Bulls he was only going to take 48 hours and hang out in Vegas, and 3 weeks later, Michael Jordan and the Bulls head coach had to come and drag him out of bed with Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
It would be between that and a hangover.
The idiot left the bed. The
mattress.
The idiot left the bed. I would never.
You guys aren't allowed to hang out.
I'd still be in bed.
All right, Tony, go back to gardening. You're gonna go back to gardening.
No. I'm done with gardening. No, I'm pissed. I'm done with gardening.
Missy's fed up with Tony.
I'm headed to Ski's house right now. And
you don't let him in. We need you back next year, Tony. Don't detain him, because this year Ski is so hot this year. When things come back, Ski's not even gonna be Ski anymore. He's gonna be like Prince. Ski's just gonna be a symbol.
Lawrence, the Prez, and Johnny Detroit sent me to Vegas here to collect some money from them like 5 years ago. I have yet to leave. I haven't paid them the money either, though. I mean, I should probably return that.
Should probably get back to that. All right, we gotta go.
What's
Bye, guys.
always
Thanks for all the advice. See you next week.
what?
Bye,
We leaving?
Missy.
Am I leaving?
You're leaving, Tony.
I'm sad.
Bye.